Chapter 52. The so-called exposed was a jargon. It referred to unscrupulous merchants who would use a hair dryer to heat up the seal at the bottom of the packaging box and unseal the newly packaged goods. Then, they would take out the accessories or even the host computer and replace it with refurbished goods or even counterfeit goods to make a huge profit. As long as the technique was right, ordinary customers would not be able to see through the flaws. They would think that the goods had not been unsealed, and they would not even know that they had suffered a loss. Lu Chen saw that the salesman agreed readily, so he gave the salesman a heads up in advance, letting him know that he knew the business and could not be fooled, so that he would not have to negotiate later. In fact, when encountering a more shady shop, the salesman often tricked the customer into paying first, and then deceived them with the same model but a lower version. The water in the computer sales industry was very deep. However, the customers learned to be smart after being fooled so many times. Coupled with the rapid transmission of information on the internet, everyone was willing to go to reliable shopping websites, so these notorious digital malls could not survive. The salesman's face stiffened, and he showed a smile that was uglier than crying. "Sir, please rest assured that our shop is about credibility. We will not deceive our customers." Lu Chen smiled and did not say anything. Of course, he did not dare to deceive those who knew the business, but those who did not know the business were just sharpening their knives to become pigs and sheep. The salesman ran to the warehouse to transfer the goods. Zhuo Xintian said with great admiration, "Senior, you are really amazing." She and Yi Zitong were very smart girls. How could they not see the salesman's guilty conscience? If they had not asked for Lu Chen's help today, how could they know so many tricks and schemes? They probably bought it according to the online price, and the goods inside had already been changed to unknown goods. Yi Zitong was a little worried. Will it be troublesome to find them for warranty in the future? The salesman had been crushed by Lu Chen like his father had died. It was hard to guarantee that he would not take revenge in the future. Lu Chen smiled and said, "Why look for them for warranty? Just go directly to the brand's after-sales service. If you look for them for repair, you will be cheated again. There is no need at all." The water of repair was deeper than that of sales. Yi Zitong was relieved. Her beautiful eyes were shining, and she bit her lip and asked, "Senior Lu Chen, why did you say you wanted to buy two? Are you going to buy one for yourself as a gift?" This kind of notebook suitable for girls is obviously not for Lu Chen's own use. Lu Chen explained, "Yes, the other one is for my sister. She's going to college next year." Yi Zitong smiled and said, "So that's how it is. You are so good to your sister." As a result, she inadvertently saw Zhuo Xintian casting an ambiguous look at her, and suddenly blushed. Lu Chen smiled, but he was sighing in his heart. His sister Lu Shui used to have a computer. Later, something happened to her family, and she became a Cinderella from a little princess. Lu Chen has always wanted to buy her a new computer, and it wasn't until now that he got his wish. The two new computers were brought over. Lu Chen checked them twice, and after confirming that there were no problems, he opened the box and checked the machine, and finally paid for them. At this time, the two girls finally had a chance to show their talent. Under their insistence, the store finally gave them 2 sets of matching keyboards and mice, which were cheaper than online shopping. In the end, the salesman sent the 3 of them out of the door with a black face. After buying a suitable new computer, Yi Zitong was in a good mood. "Senior, I will treat you to dinner tonight." "Thank you." It was already 5 p.m., just in time for dinner. Zhuo Xintian said faintly, "You invited Senior, but not me. Heartless is the best sister." "Ah." Zhuo Xintian's voice suddenly rose an octave. It turned out that Yi Zitong, who could not bear it any longer, had used her magic tickling skill. Yi Zitong was so scared that she hid behind Lu Chen. "Senior, save me." The two girls sandwiched Lu Chen, who did not know whether to laugh or cry, in the middle, attracting the attention of many passers-by. And Lu Chen had a feeling of returning to his old school, very warm and happy. Dinner was also very happy. In the end, Yi Zitong paid the bill. Originally, Lu Chen was going to pay the bill, but he could not resist the former's insistence. He could see that Yi Zitong was the kind of girl who had a lot of self-respect. She was smart and reserved, beautiful but not arrogant. She had a good family background, so she did not like to take advantage of others. Such a girl, there might not be one in 1,000 people. Lu Chen did not deny that he had a good impression of Yi Zitong, but his current attitude towards feelings was to leave it to fate. Even if they could not be lovers, being friends was also very good. After leaving the restaurant, it was still early. Lu Chen said, "Can you do me the honor of inviting the two of you to Forget Worries Bar?" Before Yi Zitong could answer, Zhuo Xintian clapped her hands and said, "Great, then senior, can you sing a new song?" Lu Chen asked, "New song? Don't you like You and Cinderella?" These two songs had become his signature in Forget Worries Bar, and many customers specially came to listen to him sing. You and Cinderella are both very good, Zhuo Xintian said with a smile, but if senior can give a song to Yi Zi, that would be the best. Obviously, she was the one who liked the new and hated the old, but she wanted to use Yi Zitong as a signature. Yi Zitong covered her face with her hands, with a helpless expression of being defeated by her. Lu Chen smiled and said, "Then let's go together, I will send you back to school before 10 o'clock. Zhuo Xintian shouted, "Long live senior." Yi Zitong hurriedly moved 2 steps away, showing that she had nothing to do with this crazy girl. But she did not refuse Lu Chen's proposal. After stopping a taxi, Lu Chen and the 2 girls went to Forget Grass Bar. On the first night of the weekend, the bar's business was very good. It was just after 7 o'clock, but there were no empty tables. Fortunately, there were still seats in front of the bar. Lu Chen brought people over and said to the bartender, "Brother David, these 2 are my friends, please take care of them." 2 beautiful girls sitting in front of the bar would inevitably attract the attention of some crazy bees and butterflies. The atmosphere and customer quality of Forget Worries Bar were good, but there was no rule that said that girls couldn't be picked up. With David's care, he could help them avoid trouble, and if there was an empty table, he could arrange it as soon as possible. Seeing Yi Zitong and Zhuo Xintian, David's eyes suddenly lit up. He held the shaker, raised his left hand to his chest, and bowed in a very gentlemanly manner. "Good evening, 2 beautiful ladies, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is David Li." Yi Zitong and Zhuo Xintian both felt that it was very interesting, and replied with a smile, "Hello." David pretended to be deep in thought. "Let me guess, which one of you is Boss Xiao Lu's girlfriend?" Zhuo Xintian used her finger to poke Yi Zitong's arm, causing the latter to roll her eyes in a very unladylike manner. Zhuo Xintian smiled and said, "We are just Senior Lu Chen's junior sisters." "Brother David, does Senior Lu Chen not have a girlfriend now? And why do you call him Boss Xiao Lu?" "What?" David was surprised. "You guys don't know?" Lu Chen finally couldn't listen anymore. "You guys chat, I'm going backstage to prepare to sing." He could only flee. Zhuo Xintian shouted behind him, "Senior, don't forget." After running backstage to say hello to Sister Na and the others, Lu Chen borrowed a guitar from Qin Hanyang, and then went on stage. There were many customers in the bar who knew Lu Chen, and they were very happy to see him appear. Lu Chen's performance time had long been changed to after 11 o'clock, and he no longer sang every day, so it was really a surprise to see him on stage so early. Applause and whistles rang out at the same time. Lu Chen sat in front of the microphone with his guitar and said, "Thank you everyone, tonight I will sing 3 songs, the first 2 are the ones you like and are familiar with, as for the 3rd song," he paused, and looked at the 2 girls sitting in front of the bar. "It will be a new song. It will also be the first time singing in Forget Worries Bar." The applause that had just subsided sounded again, and it was at least 10 times more enthusiastic than before. Who among those old customers didn't know Lu Chen's talent, who didn't like his original works? To be able to hear his new song again, it was simply a surprise among surprises. Zhuo Xintian tightly grabbed Yi Zitong's arm, and said excitedly, "Yi Zi, Senior is really going to sing a new song." Yi Zitong nodded, her eyes shining with a moving light. Chapter 53. That day, dusk, white snow began to fall. Sadness blooming all over the hills, waiting for youth to leave. Midnight movies full of ancient love in the darkness, singing for young. The Forget Grass Bar, which was full of people, was very quiet. Everyone was quietly listening to Lu Chen's playing and singing. Listening to a new song that they had never heard before. Although the melody was different, it was still the familiar style. The sound of the piano was melodious, and Lu Chen was singing. There was no hoarse roar, nor was there any blood-boiling excitement. He was just telling the story of the past, with a little sadness and nostalgia in the warmth and romance. The song he wrote seemed to be like a glass of clear and transparent white water, which could be tasted carefully. Let's go, girl, to look at the red morning glow. Bring my love song, you sing in the wind. Dew hangs on the ends of hair, full of transparent melancholy, is the first confusion of my life. Yi Zitong sat in front of the bar. Her position was very good. She could clearly see Lu Chen on the stage. She couldn't help but stare at the face that she was not very familiar with. It was a clean and handsome face, with thick and neat eyebrows and a straight nose, but the thing that left the deepest impression was that pair of bright and spirited eyes. That kind of deep darkness seemed to contain countless secrets, causing people to be unable to help themselves from wanting to explore them. Yi Zitong's pretty face suddenly turned red, so red that it was a little hot. Because Lu Chen's gaze looked over, as if he was singing for her. When the years and beauty have become a sigh in the wind. In your sad eyes, there are tears of the old days, the age of believing in love, the song that I couldn't sing for you, let me often recall in my life. Gently playing the last note, the song came to an end. Lu Chen withdrew his gaze. He put the guitar on his lap and said to the microphone, a song, Love in the Wind, is also my original work. I hope everyone likes it. As expected, the applause rang out, lasting and warm, pure and sincere. Whether in terms of melody or style, this song, Love in the Wind, did not exceed the scope of You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella. It was still a nostalgic folk song, but it still brought a lot of surprises to everyone. There were many talented singers who often fell into a dilemma after creating one or two masterpieces. Their subsequent works lost their spirit and soul. Some were even satisfied with the reputation and benefits brought by their previous works, and went to pursue flashy things. Lu Chen was obviously not like that. His inspiration seemed to be endless, and the works he created in succession could be said to be fine or even classic. Whether it was lyrics or music composition, there was no perfunctory. Even if this song, Love in the Wind, is not better than other songs, it is enough. When love has become a song, when the singer has left, when the past gradually drifts away, who among the passers-by can forget such a touching love song? So at this time, all they had to do was applaud. Zhua Xintian was also applauding, and her little palms were red. She leaned close to Yi Zitong's ear and said, Yi Zi, Lu Chen Sr. sang for you, so you should follow him. Yi Zitong gritted her teeth and pinched the little girl with a broken mouth. She said, if you like it, you can take it away. Don't take me with you. Today, Zhua Xintian made a lot of jokes with her about Lu Chen. She was simply trying to rob the matchmaker's job. Zhua Xintian smiled and said, don't regret it if I really take you away. Yi Zitong snorted and said, there are many people who want to chase me. Zhua Xintian commented, insincere. Yi Zitong was speechless. At this moment, on the stage, Lu Chen did not respond to the enthusiastic customer's request to sing a few more songs. He thanked them and left the stage. Lu Chen liked the atmosphere of Forget Grass Bar very much, but this was just a station in his life. He was destined to be unable to stay here, and he would only have less and less time to come here in the future. After returning the guitar to the Bionics, Lu Chen returned to the bar. Zhua Xintian praised, Senior Lu Chen, you sang so well. Why don't you sing a few more songs? Lu Chen explained, 3 songs are enough. Because I need to protect my throat, what would you like to drink? It's my treat. Zhua Xintian was just about to say yes, but Yi Zitong said, thank you, Senior. I want to go back. Zhua Xintian was surprised. Yi Zi, are you serious? Lu Chen was also stunned, and then said, "Okay, then I'll send you back together." Yi Zidong smiled and nodded. Zhou Xintian was very unhappy, but she could not stay here alone, so she reluctantly left with them. Lu Chen first sent them back to Beijing Normal University. After getting out of the car, Yi Zidong said to him, "Senior, thank you for your trouble today." She was suddenly much more polite to Lu Chen. Lu Chen smiled and said, "You're welcome. If there is any problem with the computer, you can contact me at any time." Yi Zidong said, "Okay." Zhou Xintian looked at Yi Zidong, and then looked at Lu Chen with a puzzled expression. Lu Chen waved at her, "Goodbye." After Lu Chen left in a taxi, Yi Zidong and Zhou Xintian walked towards the university. Zhou Xintian hesitated. When they were about to reach the dormitory building, she cautiously asked, "Yi Zi, are you angry?" Yi Zidong smiled and said, "No, I'm just thinking about how to deal with you later." "Ha." Zhou Xintian said disdainfully, "You're so stubborn now, but when we really go to bed, who knows who will deal with who?" Ah. The crisp laughter and playfulness of the two spread far and wide in the campus at night. Unfortunately, Lu Chen could not hear it. He returned to the single apartment in Jincheng Yuan, took a shower first, and then turned on the computer and logged into Whale TV. Just as he was about to open the live broadcast, his phone suddenly rang. Seeing the name displayed on the screen, Lu Chen quickly took the phone and pressed the call button. "Sister?" It was his sister, Lu Shi, who called Lu Chen. Lu Shi was 3 years older than Lu Chen. She also graduated from Jianghai University. She was an alumnus of Lu Chen, but she majored in finance. It has been 2 years since she graduated, and she is currently working in a private company. "Lu Chen, I heard from Mom that you are very promising now." Lu Shi's voice was still familiar, still with a teasing tone. "Did you give 300,000 yuan to your family?" Ahem. Lu Chen coughed twice and said, "I was lucky. I wrote 2 songs and sold them at a high price to earn money." "Such a promising thing that can make money, then you should do it well." Lu Shi said, "You don't have to worry about my affairs. I'm not going to take the postgraduate entrance examination. You just take care of yourself." As soon as her voice fell, she hung up the phone. Lu Chen smiled bitterly at the busy tone of the cell phone. Lu Chen's sister had a tough temper. She inherited the strength and stubbornness of her parents. Her relationship with him was not very good. Before his sister, Lu Shui, was born, because Lu Chen was a boy, he was always the most favored at home. He more or less developed a little arrogance and willfulness of a rich child. When Lu Qingxing's career was in trouble, Lu Chen was still addicted to the romance of college. He was indifferent to the situation of his family. He only knew how to ask for money. It was not until his father died of overwork that he suddenly woke up. Although at that time, no matter how hard Lu Chen worked, it was useless. But Lu Shi insisted that if he didn't want to earn a family business for Lu Chen, Lu Qingxing would not work so hard. Since then, the sister and brother haven't talked much. Lu Chen felt guilty, so after making money, he wanted her to go back to school to continue her postgraduate studies and take the doctoral examination to fulfill her dream. Unexpectedly, Lu Shi didn't appreciate it at all. She also called to ridicule him. Lu Chen turned off the computer that he had just turned on. Because of this phone call, he was not in a very good mood and it was difficult to force a smile in front of the camera. Tomorrow night is the PK themed show of Whale TV. Lu Chen has been preparing for this for a long time. He doesn't want to compete with others in a depressed mood. Lu Chen's goal is to win the top 3 rewards of the PK theme show. This sounds incredible. It should be known that the number of viewers in his current live broadcasting room is the least among all the 24 competitive anchors, and his popularity is far from that of the really popular anchors. But Lu Chen doesn't think that he has no chance to get into the top 3. He firmly believes that his efforts will win success. He will succeed. Note, Love in the Wind lyrics/composer, Gao Shaosong. Chapter 54. Hey! Lu Chen stepped forward and punched, suddenly exhaled, as if to release all the strength of his body. His clothes had long been soaked with sweat, and every bit of potential in his body had been squeezed to the extreme. His muscles and bones were sore and numb, but he insisted on finishing this set of boxing. Although it was very hard, Lu Chen had been used to and liked this kind of exercise. In just over half a month, he clearly felt that there had been a good change in his physique. The most important thing was that through this almost masochistic exercise, the negative emotions accumulated in his heart could easily flow out with the sweat, leaving behind the relaxation and joy after persevering. "Young man, this set of boxing you are practicing is very interesting." As soon as Lu Chen stopped, an old voice suddenly came from behind him. "Who did you learn it from?" Lu Chen turned around and saw that the person who spoke was an old man with a head full of silver frost but a ruddy complexion. He was wearing a set of white cotton linen shirt with a lotus leaf collar buttoned at the lapel and a pair of black flat shoes on his feet. He had a sage-like temperament. He replied with a smile, "Hello, old sir. I just practiced blindly. Sorry to make you laugh." Lu Chen came to the small park by the river every day to exercise early. He had seen the old man who liked to do Tai Chi many times, but he just nodded when he met him before and didn't say anything. The boxing he practiced came from Mo Rant's memory. In the world of dreams, martial arts culture prevailed for a long time, and countless classic martial arts films and martial arts films emerged. There were also many stars and martial artists in the film and television circle who were good at martial arts. Interestingly, in the world of Lu Chen's dream, Hong Kong, an international metropolis at the southern end of the motherland, returned in 1997. It was the birthplace of martial arts culture, and there had been several master-level figures in its literary and artistic circle. In reality, Hong Kong returned at the same time as Taiwan in 1967. Together with Macau, which returned in 1969, it was one of the three special administrative regions implementing the policy of one country, two systems, which was very different from the situation in the dream world. Similar to the dream world, in reality, the cultural industry of Xinjiang had an incomparably glorious period in the 1980s and 1990s. A large number of films and TV works, such as Police and Robbers, Gods and Ghosts, romance, urban, business war, and even erotic, as well as Cantonese songs, were all popular for a time, and had a profound impact on the popular culture of the mainland. Mo Ran had been practicing martial arts since he was a child, and in order to broaden his acting career, he had worked hard in this area. He could really be considered extraordinary. Unfortunately, until the time of the accident, he had never played the lead role in a movie or television. Life was often like this. It didn't mean that you would get the results you wanted just because you worked hard. However, Lu Chen knew that if he didn't work hard, then he wouldn't be able to win. Hearing Lu Chen's humble answer, the old man became angry and shouted, "Blindly practicing? Do you think I don't know? You might be blind, but my old eyes aren't. If you don't want to tell me, then forget it." With that, he angrily turned around and left. Lu Chen was a little speechless. He didn't expect this old man to be so hot-tempered despite his benevolent appearance. Shaking his head helplessly, Lu Chen trotted all the way home. Compared with the original underground dwelling, Jinsheng Garden was farther from the riverside park. Therefore, when Lu Chen ate early on the road and returned to his single apartment, it was already past 9 o'clock in the morning. Lu Chen habitually took a shower, then turned on the computer to check his preparation. That's right, the PK-themed show in the evening was a battle. As soon as he went on QQ, countless messages swarmed in an instant, beeping non-stop. Lu Chen has the QQ sharp immunity function, so the message must be from the friend he added, so he opened it to see what was going on. As a result, he found that most of the messages actually came from Li Bai, the local tyrant. "Boss, are you there? If you're there, answer quickly. We all need you. General Lu, why is your phone turned off? I can't get in touch with you. Depressing. Are you there?" Lu Chen took out his mobile phone and looked at it. It turned out that it had run out of power and shut down automatically. He quickly replied to Li Bai. "I just came back from a run. My mobile phone ran out of power. What's the matter?" Li Bai replied in an instant, "Damn, boss, you finally appeared. Our Lu Jiejun is going to be dispatched. You quickly come over to mobilize before the war and inspire the morale of the army. Lu Chen couldn't help but look at the time and replied, isn't it too early? Since he announced in the QQ group that he would participate in Whale TV, PK theme show, it immediately caused a sensation among Lu Fei's hardcore fish fans, that is, the Lu Jiejun fan group organized by Li Bai. As the founder and biggest supporter of Lu Jiejun, Li Bai immediately said that he would do something big and try to push Lu Chen into the ranks of popular anchors of Whale TV, and aim for the top 5 throne of PK. Now Lu Jiejun has expanded to 3 groups, including Lu Jiejun's 1st Division, 2nd Division, and 3rd Division. All of them are super groups with an upper limit of 5,000, which can be regarded as a small scale. Those who are willing to join the group to participate in activities are undoubtedly the real hardcore fans. For Lu Chen's ignorance, Li Bai simply hated iron for not becoming steel. It's still early. Others have already started. If we don't take action, we will really fall behind. Anyway, you don't have to worry about the specific affairs. I will organize and arrange it. You just say a few words in the group. This local tyrant, whose real name Lu Chen doesn't know, is definitely a hardcore among hardcore fans. He treats Lu Jiejun's fan group as his own business. He is so serious and responsible that it makes Lu Chen blush with shame. Lu Chen also asked Li Bai if he was worried that the fan group would affect his work and life. As a result, how did Li Bai answer? Li Bai replied that his work is to eat, drink, and be merry. His life is racing, going to prostitutes, and going to nightclubs. After that, he has been tired of playing all these games. Now he has found a new joy in life. If you have money, you can be so willful. In this regard, Lu Chen can only say that the more hardcore fans of this local tyrant, the better. At the request of the local tyrant, he immediately showed up in the fan group. Hello everyone, I'm here. The 3 divisions of Lu Jiejun that Li Bai created is not only a paid supergroup, but also a group. As an administrator, Lu Chen has the privilege to speak across groups. His words in any group can be synchronized to all the groups belonging to the group. As soon as Lu Chen showed up, the 3 groups boiled at the same time. Lu Fei De is online. Boss, we are all looking forward to your appearance. General Lu, come on, you must get into the top 5 tonight. I will always support you. Don't say anything, just watch our actions. Long live Lu Jiejun. Ha ha ha, the enthusiasm from the fans made Lu Chen very touched. Thank you everyone for your support. I will definitely work hard. Li Bai coolly said, what is our Lu Jiejun slogan? When the army goes to war, it is invincible. In an instant, the same messages in the group were like a waterfall, filling half of the screen. There were also a variety of emoticons in the middle. Li Bai immediately sent out 3,000 yuan red envelopes in the 3 groups at the same time. Chief of Staff is mighty. Huh, I got a 10 yuan red envelope. I didn't get it. I really can't afford to be hurt. Please send it again, local tyrant. I didn't get it either, 55,555. Let's do it again. Li Bai said, don't worry, everyone. Act according to the scheduled plan. If Lu Fei De wins the top 3 in tonight's PK show, then I will send a 10,000 yuan red envelope to all the groups, and 5,000 yuan to the top 5. I will never go back on my word. We will fight with Lu Fei De, Lu Jiejun will win. Win. Under the command of Li Bai, thousands of group members and fans began to act. Their battlefield is in the forums of major live broadcasting websites. The main battlefield is, of course, Whale TV, followed by related third-party BBS, post bars, QQ groups, and QQ circles, fully publicizing and promoting Lu Chen's live show. Because many websites will crack down on the behavior of the Water Army, ban the account and even block the IP of the violators, Lu Jiejun's first large-scale action is concentrated on today, striving to achieve the best results. The same thing is being done by other anchors who participate in Whale TV, PK theme show. They also have their own fan groups and supporters. A fierce battle is destined to break out in the evening. Chapter 55. Original New Power, Whale PK Theme Show. I accidentally heard 2 very good songs, share them with everyone. Tonight, I will meet the Prince of Folk Songs, Lu Fei, at Whale TV and listen to the most moving original folk songs together. You Who Sat Next to Me, Cinderella, have you heard of it? With the large-scale movement of Lu Jiejun, more and more promotional posts appeared on major popular BBS, especially in the forums of many anchor platforms, where a large number of advertising posts have been brushed. The same advertisements have also emerged one after another in Post Bar, QQ Group, QQ Circle and other places. The advertisements, without exception, include the anchor promotion of Whale TV, PK Theme Show, as well as links to 2 original songs by Lu Chen. There are many experts in Lu Jiejun's fan group who understand technology. They use posting robots to save time, send hundreds or even thousands of the same post at the same time, and use zombie accounts to carry out large-scale publicity. Although it is a spontaneously organized amateur water army, because of the large number of fans involved in the event, the promotion effect is very good. Many people who are idle and bored on Saturday are attracted to the internet, and then they know that Whale TV will hold an event in the evening and pay attention to Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Of course, most of the posts are either mercilessly blocked by moderators or group owners, or disappear silently, but even if only 1/10 or even 100th of them play a role, they can also pull a lot of passers-by fans. You Who Sat Next to Me plus Cinderella, 2 original folk songs that are at least fine, make these advertisements seem very convincing, and will not make people curse after clicking on them. Lu Jiejun's publicity offensive reached its peak in the afternoon, and the members of the army even had a fierce confrontation with fans of other anchors on the main forum of Whale TV, stirring up the atmosphere. Li Bai personally made the real command in Lu Jiejun's QQ group. The red envelopes were flying all over the sky, which also greatly stimulated the enthusiasm of the group members and fans to participate in the promotion, and they all became tap water. But all this has little to do with Lu Chen. He is doing the final preparations before the live broadcast of the PK theme show on the computer to ensure that nothing goes wrong. Among the 24 Whale TV anchors participating in the PK, Lu Chen's current popularity index is the lowest, and his goal is to get into the top 3, which is very difficult. But Lu Chen has assessed that this is not completely impossible. Because the result of the anchor PK is based on the popularity index, audience votes and scores, although popularity is extremely important, it can't completely determine the outcome. For his opponents, Lu Chen has learned about them. Are either masters in popular games, or popular figures in life and entertainment. They all have their own characteristics and advantages. For Whale TV's popular anchor, Xiao Xiao Gu, Xiao is star is with the life. His live broadcast can attract millions of fans to watch live. The anchor, Chinger Baby, is beautiful and has a good figure. She has a sweet voice and can sing. Every night, she can attract countless fish fans to stay in front of the computer. She is known as the first goddess of Whale TV. There are also Pure Love Brother, Rain, Sun. They are all strong opponents. If Lu Chen wants to defeat them, he must have his own trump card. His trump card is undoubtedly his original works. In the 2-hour PK theme show in the evening, Lu Chen is going to sing 7 songs. In addition to You Who Sat Next to Me, Cinderella, Blue Lotus, and Love in the Wind, he will also come up with 3 new songs. These 7 original songs, which have reached at least the level of fine works, are the magic weapons that Lu Chen used to sweep his opponents of the same level, and they are also the supreme weapons to win the high score of the board. To this end, Lu Chen also spent a lot of time and energy this week to make simple music videos for all 7 songs to match the live broadcast performance in the evening. Lu Chen studied computer science at Zhanghai University. He studied computer applications. He has a good talent in this field. He also studied art before. It is not difficult to make music videos with the help of commonly used software. The video material of the music video is all from online resources. After appropriate editing and adding lyric subtitles, it is undoubtedly a big highlight when it is finally played during the live broadcast. The Anchor platform of Whale TV supports video synchronization. In order to ensure that nothing goes wrong, Lu Chen needs to practice repeatedly in the background to ensure that the operation can be accurate. Now Lu Fei's live broadcast room, like all the live broadcast rooms that participate in the PK theme show, is temporarily closed. All 24 anchors cannot open the live broadcast channel before 8 p.m. However, at 9 a.m., the home page of Whale TV was updated, releasing the theme covers of all 24 anchors. Any audience can click on the cover to enter the theme page of the anchor, follow and participate in the chat and lottery activities. The theme of Lu Chen's live show is called Graduation Season. Listen to the pure and beautiful campus folk songs and recall the past of youth in the graduation season. The term campus folk song has not appeared in reality. In the past, folk songs were usually divided into lyrical folk songs, nostalgic folk songs, rural folk songs, and so on. The once brilliant scenery is no longer there. In Lu Chen's dream world, campus folk songs are popular because of people and are like a flash in the pan. Whether it is gratitude or memorial, Lu Chen brings campus folk songs to his own world and let it shine again. Time passed quietly in the busy waiting. When it was dark, Lu Chen did not go out for dinner and ordered takeout directly online. His preparation work has been completed and he is waiting for the live broadcast to begin. At present, the number of viewers waiting for Lu Fei's live broadcast room is more than 100,000, ranking 7th among all 24 anchors. Although there are still 2 hours before the official start of PK, any ranking is irrelevant, but this also reflects the degree of fan participation. Lu Chen's high popularity is inseparable from the efforts of Lu Jiejun Group. Thousands of fans in Lu Jiejun Group have been mobilized and countless posts have been posted on the internet. It is not known how many IDs have been killed and how many IPs have been blocked, bringing a large number of passers-by fans and new audiences. In addition, support activities have been carried out in the group early. Li Bai has sent out 20,000 to 30,000 red envelopes, so it is reasonable for the popularity to be strong, otherwise, he would have just admitted defeat. Lu Jiejun's 3 groups are very lively, and Lu Chen also participates in chatting and interacting with fans. This kind of communication is extremely important. Online anchors are different from real stars. Their aloof attitude will be hated by fans, and the real diehard fans also like to see the anchors bubbling and spitting water in the group. At 7:00 in the evening, 1 hour before the start of the PK theme show, Li Bai suddenly sent a secret message. Li Bai, boss, do you have the confidence to rush to the top 5 tonight? Lu Chen was stunned and replied, what's wrong? Li Bai, I met an enemy who said that it is absolutely impossible for you to rush to the top 5, and he still wants to bet with me. Li Bai, it doesn't matter whether I win or lose, but if I lose to him, I will lose too much face, so I want to ask you, boss. Lu Chen knows that those who can bet with this local tycoon are definitely not ordinary people. His apparent disadvantages are still very obvious. To say that he wants to rush to the top 5, in the eyes of others, it is natural that he is overestimating himself. Li Bai is certainly not convinced, but he is not fully sure in his heart, so he came to ask Lu Chen. It is nothing more than to find some confidence. If you want confidence, then I will give you confidence. Lu Chen did not hesitate and immediately replied, of course I have confidence, what about you? Having come this far, he will not admit defeat to anyone. Even if the opponents are all strong, he will fight to the end. Lu Chen's goal is to be in the top 3. Li Bai, if you have confidence, then I have confidence. Isn't it just 100,000 yuan? I'll bet with him, 100,000 yuan. Lu Chen was a little speechless. He didn't understand the world of the local tycoon. When his family was rich in the past, his monthly pocket money was only a few thousand yuan. Lu Chen suddenly felt that the pressure on him was a lot heavier. At 8:00 in the evening, the live broadcast room opened automatically. Whale TV PK-themed show competition officially began. Chapter 56. At 8 o'clock in the evening, Chen Xiang logged on to Whale TV, on time. Chen Xiang is a Northeasterner. Last year, after he graduated from a local third-rate university, he came to the capital to make a living. He changed jobs several times. Now, he finally stabilized and became a member of the Floating Ants. Chen Xiang is very confused about the future. He didn't think too much about it. Anyway, it is unrealistic to get married and start a career in Beijing. If he can make more money, he will make more money. He will go back in the future. Therefore, he lives a very frugal life, lives in a cheap basement, eats in a cheap fast food restaurant, doesn't have a girlfriend and doesn't go out to play. His only pastime is the internet. Watching movies, novels, listening to pop music, and running to the forum to chat, he can also enjoy himself. Chen Xiang also likes the live shows that have become popular on the internet in the past 2 years, especially in the life and entertainment category. There are always many beautiful girls acting coquettishly in front of the screen. Appreciating their performances can satisfy many of his fantasies without spending money, so he ran all over the major live platforms and soon became an old driver. The problem with an old driver is that he sees too much and soon gets tired of it. Those girls basically have double eyelids, conical faces, false eyelashes, beautiful pupils, and a thick layer of powder. Even their mother's cute and coquettish actions and expressions seem to be collectively trained by Lanxiang, and it is inevitable that they will lose their appetite after seeing them. Chen Xiang's appetite is not very good. He is also afraid of his kidney deficiency, so he quickly abandoned these visible, audible, and untouchable girl anchors and went to find new fun. More than half a month ago, Chen Xiang wandered in Whale TV, and inadvertently clicked on the newcomer recommendation on the home page and entered the live broadcast room of a newcomer named Lu Fei. Then he became a member of Lu Jiejun. At that time, what moved Chen Xiang was that the Lu Fei anchor lived in almost the same place as him. Through the dialogue, he learned that the latter was also drifting in Beijing. Perhaps it was because of mutual appreciation or sympathy, he rewarded 1,000 fish balls in Whale TV for the first time, which was equivalent to the money for his lunch. He likes to listen to Lu Fei's playing and singing. He likes the anchor's optimism and humor, and he likes the other party's original folk songs. He felt as if those songs were written in his heart. Chen Xiang's economic ability is limited, and he can't spend money like a local tyrant. What he can do is to send a little bit of popularity when watching the live broadcast. Chen Xiang knew early that Lu Fei was going to participate in the Whale TV, PK-themed show, so he decided to support him with action. From this morning until evening, he brushed hundreds of promotion posts on major forums. Although these posts were all crushed into powder, and even their accounts were all banned, Chen Xiang was still very happy, sharing the joy of conquering the internet world with thousands of fans. Moreover, he was lucky enough to get a red packet worth tens of yuan from the group owner, Li Bai. Chen Xiang decided to give all these red envelopes as fish balls to Lu Fei. At the same time, he also hoped that Lu Fei's themed show in the evening would be exciting and good, and he would win the top 5 in the PK competition. So as soon as 8 o'clock arrived, Chen Xiang and thousands of fans entered Lu Fei's live broadcast room as soon as possible. Then they were first appreciated for 3 minutes of advertising. "I'll go, Whale TV is getting more and more unscrupulous, advertising is vulgar. My life has been wasted for another 3 minutes." Yes, 3 minutes is enough for the brother in front to finish his work, take off his clothes and put on his clothes. Ha ha ha. Don't talk about it, everyone, look at the advertisement, the above companies have closed down. 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 The above companies, although it's advertising time, there are so many happy barrage comments, so it's really not boring. Chen Xiang happily tapped on the keyboard and typed the same content. Together with the dense barrage, the advertising picture was tightly blocked. At this moment, the online popularity of Lu Fei's live broadcast room has exceeded 300,000, reaching its highest peak in the past. Such a situation is normal. First of all, the organization of Lu Jiejun's fan group is quite high, and the promotion before PK is quite effective. Countless hardcore fans and passers-by fans have come in at the time to support, coupled with the theme recommendation on the home page of the website. There are also a large number of tourists watching the excitement. But whether these tourists can stay or not depends on the ability of the anchor. Although Whale TV has carried out a long publicity for this event, and a brief outbreak of popularity is normal, if it is scattered into 24 live broadcast rooms, it will form a fierce competition. Chen Xiang suddenly worried. He knew that Lu Fei's opponents were very strong, and it was really difficult to get into the top 5. In the midst of worry, the 3-minute advertisement ended. The live broadcast screen was displayed in an instant, and it was still the familiar scene and familiar people. Lu Fei on the screen was smiling. He was holding a guitar, and his eyes flashed with confidence. Good evening, everyone. I'm your anchor, Lu Fei. It's a pleasure to meet you again at the theme show. The theme of the live broadcast I brought to my friends tonight is called Graduation Season. I believe that all of your friends in front of the screen, have experienced the moment of graduation. I also believe that you have or have had a good time on campus. I will use my singing to bring you to cherish and recall the beauty of your school days. Thank you. The opening remarks were very good, pointing out the theme of the live broadcast and easily evoking Chen Xiang's memories. He suddenly didn't worry anymore. The next moment, the anchor's image was reduced and switched to the upper right corner, and the main interface showed an edited movie picture. The name of the first song is called Love in the Wind, an original campus folk song. I hope you can like it. The prelude of the gentle playing, and the laughing and chasing boys and girls in the movie and video, instantly brought everyone into the youth of campus life. That day, at dusk, snow began to fall, sadness, blooming all over the hills, waiting for youth to end, midnight movies, full of ancient love, in the dark, singing for youth, the beautiful and moving melody, with a slightly sad voice, made those memories of youth suddenly become very vivid. Chen Xiang and the 300,000 plus viewers in Lu Fei's live broadcast room heard this song, Love in the Wind, for the first time. The barrage on the screen was like a waterfall that suddenly stopped, leaving only a trace of waterline. Until Lu Chen sang the first time affectionately, the story was just over half. Enrollment, meeting, getting to know each other, first love, misunderstanding, breakup. The pictures perfectly set off the lyrics. The barrage increased again. I've seen this movie. It's so moving. Was this song written by the anchor himself? Nonsense, our Lu Feida is an original talent and the prince of folk songs. His songs are all written by himself. Throwing the original theme song of the movie 3 Streets. Throwing 3 Streets plus 1, I want to cry, the anchor compensate me. It's really nice, I like it. Lu Chen ignored all the comments. His mind was completely immersed in the mood of the song and continued to play and sing for the second time. Graduation, travel, struggle, missing, reunion, true love. The long movie was condensed into a few minutes. Commemoration of Youth at the Age of 19 was a youth film released in domestic cinemas at the beginning of the year. Its box office of 290 million set a record for the same type of film. Many people have seen this movie. The story in the movie may be cliché, but no one will care about it, because listening to the song is enough at this time. I believe in the age of love, the song that I couldn't sing to you, let me often recall it in my life. As the song came to an end, the style of the barrage changed. Qin Xiaoyi, I love you. Sun Yahan, I miss you so much. Li Miao Miao of Class 7, 3rd grade, I'll wait for you by the woods after class. Wang Cheng, you are a bastard. But I like you. Zhang Jia, I want to make love to you again, the words that she usually wanted to say but didn't dare to say, those words that were pressed in her heart suddenly burst out and wantonly vented. Although it was the beginning, it was close to the climax. After the song, Love in the Wind, was sung, the barrage was like a tide of rewards. At 8:10 p.m., Whale TV, Lu Fei Live Broadcasting Room, online popularity, 392017. Chapter 57. Lin Surong, I like you. With all his strength and courage, Chen Xiang typed 7 words on the Fian black keyboard he bought for 29 yuan and sent them out together with all the fish balls in his account. Lin Surong was the flower of his university and the object of his hard love for 4 years. But because of his own ordinary, Chen Xiang has buried this fiery feeling in the bottom of his heart and never told anyone about it. He thought that time would dilute everything, and those young and naive yearnings would go with the wind and no longer linger in his heart. But now that he heard this song, Love in the Wind, he knew that he was wrong. Some feelings are not so easy to forget. The longer the time, the more fermented it is, and it can't be erased. I believe in the age of love, the songs that I can't sing to you, let me often recall in my life. Chen Xiang hated his timidity. If he had bravely confessed once, then even if he was ruthlessly rejected, at least now he could calmly face his former feelings. Fortunately, after typing out what he wanted to say a long time ago, his mood was inexplicably relaxed. Let bygones be bygones. Oops. Chen Xiang suddenly slapped himself in the face, neither lightly nor heavily. He was just impulsive and sent out all the fish balls, but the live show has just begun. It should be sent out 1 song at a time, which is the most economical and correct way to do it. I am such a pig. In a basement of a community in Beijing, a man beat his chest and stamped his feet in annoyance. At this moment, Lu Chen, who had finished playing and singing Love in the Wind, was very satisfied with the opening he deliberately created. For this PK theme show, he made careful preparations and considered all aspects of the situation. Choosing a song is naturally the top priority. There are too many songs in Lu Chen's memory, but in line with the theme of graduation season, his choice is limited. Love in the Wind, which Lu Chen only sang once in the bar, can be regarded as an original work. He used this song as the opening song instead of You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella, in order to give his main fan group a big surprise. You Who Sat Next to Me and Cinderella are admittedly real masterpieces, but most of the fans have heard them many times. It's difficult to arouse their hearts again. It may be good to pave the atmosphere, but it's not conducive to gaining the upper hand. The PK theme show is not an ordinary live broadcast performance. It has a strong competitive competition nature. Each of the 24 anchors is extraordinary. In order to stand out among them, Lu Chen must find ways to retain every fan and tourist, increasing himself and weakening his opponents at the same time. Tien, not bad. Therefore, the creation of the atmosphere in the live broadcast room was the key. Big would not only increase the cohesion of the fans, but it would also attract a large number of passers-by to stay and continue watching the fun. In order to enhance the singing effect of Love in the Wind, Lu Chen also specially edited the popular movie clip of 19-Year-Old Youth Memorial to further enhance the charm of the song. The increasing number of fish balls at an alarming rate proved that his hard work was not in vain. Lu Chen struck while the iron was hot and said to the microphone, "In the memory of youth, there are people we like, and there are our brothers and sisters. The following song is still my new original song, still a campus folk song. The first song was a new song, and the second song was unexpectedly a new work." The atmosphere in the live broadcast room suddenly exploded. Lu Feida is mighty. The prince of folk songs deserves his reputation, dominating the whale but me. Good. 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 I want to repeat it 10,000 times. All the songs that the anchor sang in the evening were his own original songs. Do you think it's great? Really? Even the students from the Music Academy are not so N13, right? What's the Music Academy? Our Lu Feida just casually threw out a song and beat the first class. Beat the first class? You can really brag. If it's all original live broadcasts and the first song is good, I'll eat the keyboard. Sit and wait to eat the keyboard. Watch and eat the keyboard, pay attention to the formation below. Watch and eat the keyboard +1. Watch and eat the keyboard +2. Watch and eat the keyboard +3. Watch and watch, although it was one-sided applause and praise, there were also doubts mixed in. After all, many of the audience were tourists and passers-by, not loyal fans, so it was inevitable that there would be different opinions. And this kind of doubt is obviously very normal. Today's pop music world is not the 80s and 90s. The power of originality has long declined. Most idol stars in the music industry imitate Europe, America, Japan, and South Korea. They are used to directly cover foreign works, which saves time and effort and can please fans and make a lot of money. In this atmosphere, there have not been many classic works in China in recent years. Fast songs, rap songs, and the so-called divine songs are popular for a time, full of noise and impetuosity. Lu Chen's original folk songs are obviously not like this. Although everyone is not a professional and can't say much, they can listen with their ears and feel with their hearts. Whether a good song is not blown out by the mouth. To be continued. But in the 2-hour live broadcast in the evening, he will sing more than 3 or 4 songs. It's fine if the first song is an original, but who will believe that the first song is a masterpiece? This is where the doubts of passers-by come. But they don't know Lu Chen, let alone the confidence that Lu Jiejun's fan group has in Lu Chen. As a result, they were immediately surrounded by countless fish fans, waiting to eat the keyboard. Of course, Lu Chen saw the contents of the exploded barrage, but he just laughed it off. Whether it's questioning or ridicule, fighting back with quarrels is the stupidest way. Not to mention interrupting his own rhythm and wasting precious time of the live broadcast. If there are media judges watching it on the spot, it will be a big loss of points. This PK-themed show is very important to Lu Chen, and his mind is very clear. Want to lead the rhythm? Save it. Everyone, don't watch anymore, because I think you will like the following song. Especially my fellow men, this song was written for you. Of course, women, don't be angry, because the third song will be dedicated to the most beautiful and lovely you. Please listen to the brother who sleeps on my upper bunk. As soon as Lu Chen's voice fell, the live interface immediately showed a new movie screen and a new edited MV. The direction of the barrage immediately changed, and no one paid any more attention to the guy who was crushed to powder. My brother. I've seen this film, and I went with my ex-girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend? Then you should go with your gay friend. What a good oil blanket. Go to hell. Everyone, listen to the song. I will always support Lu Feida. Long live the men, long live the new song, long live Lu Feida. The women expressed their regret and love the anchor. The brother who sleeps on my upper bunk? It's a fatty who sleeps on my upper bunk. I'm always worried that the bed will collapse. Brother, My Brother, and 19-Year-Old Youth Memorial, are both urban youth films. The former's box office is far less than the latter, but its reputation is far better. When it was released last year, it attracted countless praise. The story of the film tells the story of 2 classmates and friends who fell in love with the same girl at school, and then agreed to compete with each other after graduation, thus embarking on their different life paths. My Brother is very inspiring, and the ending is unexpected. The 2 leading actors performed very well, and with this film, both won the Best Actor laurel of the 2014 Capital University Film Festival. Therefore, as soon as Lu Chen played the edited film video, someone immediately said the name. And this is exactly the effect he wants to achieve. The prelude melody sounded, and the singing followed. The brother who sleeps on my upper bunk, you soundless and unseen. The questions you once asked me now no one asks again. Give me the brother who smokes cigarettes, give me the happy past, you always can't guess the coin in my hand, shake your head and say it's too mysterious. You write more and more polite letters, you don't mention a word about love, you say you have a lot of friends now, but don't worry about those things anymore. 817, Whale TV, Lu Fei Live Broadcast Room, Online Popularity, 463660. Note, The Brother Who Sleeps on My Upper Bunk, lyrics/composer, Gao Xiaosong. Chapter 58. Love and friendship had always been the eternal and unchanging theme on campus. Lu Chen's first song, Love in the Wind, is about love, and the second song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, is undoubtedly about friendship, which belongs to the true friendship between classmates and buddies. Many people didn't get love when they were students, and they didn't even know what love was. But there are very few people who don't have friendship. This song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, uses simple words with a faint sad tune, as if inadvertently, it gently hits the softest place in their hearts. Then all kinds of memories that sink in the bottom of their hearts will suddenly come to their minds, blurred faces begin to become clear, strange voices gradually become familiar, and easily evoke everyone's memories of youth. Playing, running, fighting on campus. Until after graduation, they went their separate ways and gradually lost contact. Primary school, junior high school, college, how many figures who used to accompany and know each other disappeared in the memory of time. The brother who slept on my upper bunk sleeps in my lonely memories. The girl you always talked about in those days, did she give you her hairband? You said that every time you look back at the sunset, every time you hear the evening bell, the dribs and drabs of the past will surge in your heart that you don't have time to be sad. You write more and more polite letters, you don't mention a word about love, you say you have a lot of friends now, but don't worry about those things anymore. You ask me when we can go back together, look at our dormitory, our past, the words you engraved on the wall are still clear, from then on, no one can erase it. The barrage displayed on the screen is getting fewer and fewer. Those who watch the live broadcast listen very carefully to this moving song that touches the heartstrings. The scenes in the movie flashed in front of their eyes. The lyrics and singing seemed to be like gurgling water, slowly flowing in their hearts, moving and melancholy. The brother who slept on my upper bunk sleeps in my lonely memories. The questions you once asked me, now no one asks me. Give me a brother who smokes cigarettes, give me a happy past. The questions you once asked me, now no one asks me, now no one asks me, now no one asks me. At the end of the song, the audience was silent. Then, rewards started flooding the screen. System notification, Call Me Levi, Silver 7, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification, Big Brother Whale, Gold 6, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification, Prince Lon Ling, Gold Eye, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification, Riding a Crane Down to Yangzhou, Iron Centipede, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. System notification, Tiger Hits Wu Song, Gold 3, has gifted the host an aircraft carrier. A continuous stream of domineering aircraft carriers crossed the screen, mercilessly covering an astonishing number of fish balls. In addition to a few local Tyrant fans that Lu Chen was familiar with, there were another 6 or 7 new supporters. After tipping an aircraft carrier, the live broadcast website system would automatically pop up a celebratory message across the entire platform. As long as it was on the platform, whether it was in the live broadcast room or the forum, all online members would be able to see it. Gently clicking on the celebration bar would immediately send you to the corresponding live broadcast room, which would then form a good promotional effect. It is precisely because of such a linkage mechanism that in any live broadcast platform, the strong are often stronger. Popular anchors have the support of a large number of high-level fans, and they can easily gather countless popularity. However, it is still rare for more than a dozen aircraft carriers to appear in the same live broadcast room in succession. While the number of fish balls in Lu Fei's live broadcast room soared, his online popularity also soared. Of course, it was impossible for other PK-themed show anchors to not see it. All of them thought that this was a challenge to them, so the local tycoons who supported them came down one after another, and the aircraft carriers worth 1,000 yuan flew all over the sky. The atmosphere of Whale TV was extremely hot. I'm afraid that even the event officials did not expect such a situation. Less than half an hour after the start of the PK, the major anchors had already started fighting. Tonight will definitely be a fierce battle. Capital Beijing, Ping'an District. Ping'an District is located in the prime area of the Second Ring Road, which belongs to the core hinterland of Beijing. The housing prices are among the best in the country. Those who can buy a house in the district are not ordinary people. In a room on the third floor of the A7 villa, a short-haired young man in his 20s was sitting in front of the computer, his fingers flying on the keyboard, and from time to time, he held the mouse and clicked a few times. Little by, you are really capable now. Where did you find this master? Interesting. Suddenly, a message popped up, showing the ID, Earthies. The short-haired young man smiled disdainfully and quickly replied, "What? Are you afraid? If you are afraid, then admit defeat." Earthies, afraid? When have I, old saw, been afraid? Why did you throw so many fish balls down? You are really ruthless. What's this fish ball? The short-haired young man despised. It's not enough for you to eat a meal. Don't tell me you didn't throw it on you, Gidge. Earthies, it's a small matter how many fish balls I throw, but it's boring if I throw too many. That will make others laugh at us two fools. Let's talk about a number. The short-haired young man hesitated and replied, "How much do you say?" Earthies, no more than 5, and I can't let others help me. The short-haired young man, no problem. Earthies, hee, then it's a deal. You just wait to admit defeat. The short-haired young man, in your dreams. After closing the conversation with Earthies, the short-haired young man looked at Lu Chen on the screen and fell into deep thought. 5 figures equaled 50,000. He had already gifted 15 aircraft carriers, which was equivalent to 1. 5 figures. The number of rewards affected the popularity index, which was one of the ranking indicators of the PK-themed show. Although the number of fish balls did not really determine the final ranking, the proportion was still not low. According to the agreement with his opponent, the short-haired young man could continue to throw 35 aircraft carriers in Lu Fei's live broadcast room. If it was in normal times, it would be amazing, but now it was nothing at all in PK. The most popular anchors had millions of fans and popularity, and they could easily get tens of thousands of rewards. In contrast, Lu Chen's accumulation was too little. The short-haired young man didn't mean to go back on his word or cheat, because he couldn't afford to lose such a person, and the other party was the same. So apart from the rewards, the rest could only rely on Lu Chen himself. At least so far, Lu Chen's data is rising steadily, and there is hope for him to break into the top 5. He couldn't help but type 2 words on the keyboard, "Come on. Lu Fei da, come on. The brother who slept on my upper bunk, give me a cigarette." I also think of my upper bunk. Although I am a girl, I also like this new song very much, and I am looking forward to the third song. Like +1, look forward +10,000. Where is the guy who just said he would eat the keyboard? Post the live broadcast address. Be sure to watch. That grandson ran away long ago. Lu Chen's second song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk. The atmosphere in the live broadcast room was more lively than before. There were thousands of barrage discussing the song, and many people were recalling their classmates and friends. Most of the people who like live broadcast are single dogs. Compared with Love in the Wind, they prefer this song about friendship. At 8:27, Whale TV, Lu Fei Live Broadcast Room, online popularity, 517922. The continuous increase in popularity data shows that the graduation season theme show has been very successful so far. Most of the audience who came in stayed. They were attracted by Lu Chen's playing and singing performance, and the number of fish powder increased simultaneously. 500,000 plus. The smile on Lu Chen's face became more confident. He didn't waste time and said, "The brother who slept on my upper bunk is dedicated to all my male compatriots. Of course, the following song is dedicated to all my female compatriots. Thank you for supporting me here on such a night. A Cinderella, for everyone." The third song is Cinderella, because there is nothing more appropriate than this song. Although he has played and sung many times, this time Lu Chen prepared a little surprise for his female fans. Chapter 59. The vast number of male compatriots is undoubtedly the main audience legion of all live broadcasting platforms. Whether it is a single dog or a loving dog, whether it is a student or a working dog, energetic young people can always find their own fun in different live broadcasting rooms, watching girls act cute and sing, learning about master games, watching outdoor experts fishing and hunting. However, always remember this, but the growing number of female compatriots must not be ignored. Especially for an anchor like Lu Chen, who sells his talents, the number of charming fans in his fish fan circle, that is, the number of female fans, is quite considerable, and it is a group that must be taken care of. Compared with Wang fans, charming fans have a very valuable quality, that is, they are often very careful, good at using promotional activities on the website to earn free fish balls, and then reward them to the anchor they like. Don't underestimate the promotional nature of free fish balls. The number of 10 or hundreds of people who can receive it is not much. Thousands of people are very powerful, and the average reward rate of charming fans is much higher than that of Wang fans. Therefore, Lu Chen chose the third song of the PK Live show as Cinderella. The beautiful girls are anchors, not the audience, so this song will definitely arouse their resonance and love. Which girl doesn't have the dream of Cinderella in her heart? In order to show his sincerity, Lu Chen also specially made a flash animation MV for this song. The previous MV of the new song, because it is edited with movie footage and lyrics, is very simple and easy to produce. However, this 7-minute animation belongs to Lu Chen's original content. Although it is not a professional level work, it also uses some small materials from the internet, and it took him 3 days. Lu Fei works, first, for exquisite artistic fonts appeared in the live interface. However, the main title gradually faded, and the words, Cinderella/lyrics, Lu Fei/animation, Lu Fei/post, Lu Fei, slowly appeared, and a shadowy sketch of a girl appeared on the screen. Wow! The anchor is so talented. He can play, sing, create original works, and make animation. It's great. Lu Fei de Rape Flower. I must record it and save it on the computer to enjoy. You can obviously rely on your face to eat. Why do you have to rely on talent? I really can't figure it out. Stop talking, let's listen to the song. Listen to music. Just as Lu Chen expected, the animation he made hit the cute spot of the seductive fans. 100 fish balls appeared in waves, and the combo frequently reached 100 plus, fully demonstrating the fighting power of the girls. How did I fall in love with you? I'm asking myself. I can give up anything, but I can't believe I can't leave today. You are not beautiful, but you are extremely cute. Oh, Cinderella, my Cinderella. Simple guitar playing, without any electronic accompaniment, Lu Chen's voice was as clean and clear as ever, full of emotion, like a clear spring that could wash away the impetuosity and worries in people's hearts, making everyone unconsciously fall into the mood of the song. The animation presented in the live broadcast interface perfectly matched the theme of the lyrics. The story of an ordinary girl and a handsome and talented man meeting and falling in love on campus was outlined with plain colors and simplified lines. Although it was not very exquisite, it was still able to deeply move the hearts of the girls who liked and pursued romance. At this time, countless male compatriots have shown their generosity and tolerance. Not many people use the barrage to make noise, leaving the space to the seductive fans. Maybe waiting for you to come. After 5 minutes of playing and singing, the animation continued to play for 1 minute, leaving everyone a happy ending. Those who like, appreciate, admire, and be moved, are all expressed in the barrage and fish balls. 8:45, Whale TV, Lu Fei Live Broadcast Room, Online Popularity, 579020. At the same time, Whale TV's hot list was updated again. The hot list, located in a prominent position on the home page, has a total of 12 places. According to the online popularity of the live broadcast room, the number of barrage, and the number of gifts, a fixed formula is used to convert the corresponding value automatically ranked, which is one of the most important factors to measure the strength of an anchor. On Whale TV's hot list, it is refreshed every 15 minutes. Since the official start of the PK-themed show at 8:00, Whale TV's number 1 female anchor Chinger Baby has been firmly occupying the top spot on the hot list. She has not given up the throne even after 3 refreshes, showing her strong popularity. The competition for the 11 positions below her is also fierce, and all the popular anchors on the list are, without exception, popular anchors. In the first 2 updates, Lu Chen was not on the list. But after the list was refreshed at 8:45, he was ranked 11th. Lu Feida is on the hot list of the whole station. Immediately, a sharp-eyed fan noticed and quickly typed a barrage, 11th. Immediately, there was a tide of response. General Lu is big and mighty. Congratulations to the anchor, you have climbed to the peak again and won the championship. Ha ha ha, let's keep up the good work and help the anchor continue to rush up, rush. The people of Jiangbei send a congratulatory message. The people of Sichuan send a congratulatory message. The people of Beijing send a congratulatory message. The people of Shanghai send a congratulatory message. The people of Taiwan send a congratulatory message. The people of Chaoshan, congratulatory messages filled the screen, all of which congratulated Lu Chen on his first achievement in the PK-themed show. It's really not easy for Lu Fei's live broadcasting room to be on the hot list of the whole station, and it is also worth congratulating. Although it has been on the list before, there was no fierce competition like the PK-themed show at night at that time, and there was a lot of chance for it to be on the list. Now that he is on the list at this time, it is a real proof of popularity, and Lu Chen's basic data is the lowest among all 24 PK anchors, so it naturally seems extraordinary. Many fish fans understand this, so they feel proud, because Lu Chen's success is inseparable from their support, and his achievements are worth sharing with more than 500,000 online viewers. And countless Lu Jiejun members believe that Lu Chen will definitely be able to rush to the top 5 throne of PK. But for Lu Chen's competitors, especially those with similar rankings, it is quite annoying. This year's Whale TV PK-themed show rewards are very rich. It is a rare big deal for Whale TV this year. The publicity and promotion work are in place, showing the official determination to reinvigorate the glory of the website. As a first line and top anchor in Whale TV, no one wants to admit defeat in this competition. The strong want to be stronger, and the second strong want to replace the position of the strong. It is natural that the competition is fierce. The 24 anchors who participated in the PK-themed show were notified by the website early and knew the list of competitors in advance. If they want to win, it is absolutely necessary to know themselves and their opponents in advance. Lu Chen, also known as Lu Fei, was originally not taken seriously by anyone. As a new anchor of Whale TV, his qualifications are too shallow. Although the momentum of his rise is very fast, the lack of enough fan accumulation is a fatal weakness, and he is destined to be a soy sauce character. As for the theme of the graduation season and the original folk song, it is nothing more than a grandstanding move to gain popularity. They will use facts to teach their opponents a lesson and let Lu Chen know that newcomers are newcomers and don't try to challenge the top. However, the facts have given those opponents who despise Lu Chen a loud slap in the face. Nearly half of the live show PK time, Lu Chen has reached the 11th place on the hot list of the whole station, with an online popularity of nearly 600,000. With such data, if you say that you don't have the qualifications to challenge the top 5, you have to lie with your eyes open. Some fan support groups of anchors with similar rankings quickly noticed the threat from Lu Chen. While they strengthened their support for their anchors, they also planned targeted means in the group. There is a possibility of manipulation in any list. There are many ways to suppress a competitor, such as finding violations to report, making a scene in the room to brush black barrage, pretending to be a black fan and so on. Some fans are fanatical and will not speak any reason at all. With the update of the hot list, an undercurrent rushed towards Lu Fei's live broadcast room. At this moment, Lu Chen was still unaware of it. He was preparing to sing the 4th song. Chapter 60. The 4th song is also a new song. For this PK Live show, Lu Chen prepared 5 new songs to debut on Whale TV. He has already sung Love in the Wind and The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk before. The 3rd song, Cinderella, is a foreshadowing. The fourth song will be a new song to maintain the current high popularity and further improve. The audience always likes the new and hates the old. Lu Chen is going to conquer everyone with a steady stream of original works. But before singing, in accordance with international practice, he expressed his thanks to the local tycoons who gave him rewards. Rewarding and thanking is the daily routine of anchors. Many small anchors have to thank others by name even if they give 100 fish balls, in order to win over fans and increase popularity, so that the audience who gave them rewards have a sense of accomplishment. Lu Chen can't do this. It's not that he wants to be a big shot, but there are too many people who have given hundreds or thousands of fish balls. If he thanks them one by one, he won't have to sing in this live show. Just thanking them is enough. The most important thing is that he has won the love and support of fish fans, not by acting cute and brushing his mouth, but by strength. Of course, local tycoons like Li Bai and Big Brother must be thanked. Here too, express my heartfelt thanks. With your support, I have the motivation to struggle. The following song is also my original work. It is also a folk song, and it is also the first time I sang it. I hope you like it. Just as Lu Chen thanked the local tycoons and fans, he entered Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Suiyan is definitely not his real name. His real name is Suiyan, an editor of Yunjing Music Network. Founded in 2007, Yunjing Music Network is one of the top 5 music websites in China. Suiyan has joined the website as an insider for 5 years and can be regarded as a senior editor. In addition, he also has a temporary identity at the moment, that is, one of the 12 judges of Whale TV, PK live show. He has the power to rate and evaluate the 24 participating anchors and has the ability to affect the final ranking. When he clicked into Lu Fei's live broadcast room, Suiyan was in a very bad mood. The live broadcast room he entered belongs to a female anchor named Yu Gij. In all honesty, the anchor is very beautiful, and she has at least 8 points under careful dressing. Unfortunately, what is she performing? She sings a song for 1 minute, but she has to act coquettishly for 3 minutes. What's amazing is not singing, but pouting, frowning, squeezing face, shaking chest. That chest is squeezed from B cup to C+ cup. Suiyan was defeated after watching for 3 minutes. If it weren't for his duties as a judge, he wouldn't have been able to stay for 3 seconds. As for Lu Fei, the theme of his show was called Graduation Season, which seemed a little interesting and suited to the current season. But what the hell was a campus folk song? And in the theme, he is a new folk song of folk songs of the new generation. Young people nowadays don't even blush when they brag. As a real industry person, Suiyan is very helpless. On the one hand, the original power of domestic pop music is declining. On the other hand, all the newcomers claim to be able to write original songs. In the end, they are all rubbish songs bought with money. Even if they change their appearance and title their own works, they still coax fans to spend a lot of money. As an editor of a music website, Suiyan has encountered too many such things. Now he wants to vomit when he sees original works. So he doesn't have any expectations at all. He is completely in line with the professional attitude of taking money to do things. As a result, as soon as he entered the live broadcast room, Suiyan saw a young man holding a guitar and talking to the microphone. His impression suddenly became very bad. Suiyan instinctively wanted to click the exit option in the upper right corner, but he resisted and moved the cursor to playback. Suiyan logged in with a privileged account issued by the official, Whale TV. The privileged account can't see the barrage or reward messages in the live broadcast room, and it is invisible when entering and exiting, and can play back the past live broadcast content. He wants to start browsing from the very beginning and also gives the young man 3 minutes of time. If 3 minutes can't make Suiyan interested, then he will say goodbye to the anchor. As for the 10 blue whales in the account, he will not waste any of them. The live playback began. 3 minutes later, Suiyan sat motionless, with a look of surprise on his face. Because he found that he almost missed a talent. He never dreamed that the song played and sung by the anchor named Lu Fei turned out to be an original work, but also a very good work. At least in recent years, few folk songs can be compared to it. Love in the Wind, campus folk song, original newcomer. Swayan suddenly had a feeling of finding a treasure in the utility room, and he couldn't help but get excited. After the first song was sung, Swayan suppressed the idea of listening to it again and dragged the progress bar to fast forward to the second song. The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk. It was still an original work, and the similar style was played and sung perfectly and very moving. Swayan was completely speechless. When did such a talented young man appear in the already declining folk song world? Swayan was 100% sure that he had never heard of these two songs before, and the face of the anchor was also very strange. Then the third song, Cinderella. Swayan's face turned red, not because he was moved. He had long passed the age of being moved, but because he was too excited. Without the slightest hesitation, he sent out 5 of the 10 blue whales in his account. 1 blue whale represents 1 good comment. The more good comments the anchor receives, it will affect the final ranking. The reason why Swayan didn't send out all the blue whales was that according to the rules, he could only send 50% to one anchor. After sending out 5 good comments, Swayan was still not satisfied. He copied the link address of the live broadcast room, opened the QQ sticky post and sent it to 2 friends in the circle. You should see this young man and listen to his songs. His 2 friends are also the judges of the Whale TV PK live show. Swayan would rather keep all the good comments in his account than send them out easily, but for this anchor named Lu Fei, he only hates that his votes are limited. So he needs the support of his companions. If this PK live show is given to those who show off their coquettishness, Swayan will feel sorry for himself. And Lu Chen knew nothing about this. When Swayan played back the live broadcast, he was singing the 4th song of the graduation season. The name of this new song is The Bright Times of Youth. Back in May at the end of spring, there are not many people in the market in the early morning. Children sing in front of the door, the sun warms the stream. Willow catkins blow in the strong wind, people under the shadow of the tree want to sleep, the silent people begin to be happy from this moment, the puppet that takes off the cold winter. My melancholy white shirt, the first cigarette in the pocket of youth, my first awakening of love, never dared to tell you. The first song of the graduation season, Love in the Wind, is about love. The second song, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, for boys represents friendship, and the third song, Cinderella, for girls is about the fantasy of love. Then this song, The Bright Times of Youth, is about nostalgia, nostalgia for the time of youth, nostalgia for that very innocent era, nostalgia for ignorant love, simple life and carefree days. In the lyrics, the house covered with ivy, the neighbor under the eaves, the persimmon tree, the radio, all reflect a strong nostalgia. Listening to him playing and singing, it is as if returning to that very good time. The people who can most resonate with this song are undoubtedly people born in the 1970s, 1980s, and early 1990s. Because they have a deep memory of that era. The playful teenager holds the comic book and doesn't let go, accompanies me to sleep, is the sorrow of the moon, and the pillow full of dreams, the pillow covered with saliva. Vaguely in the dream, do you often recall the past? Many fans who listen to the song are touched. Nice song. It reminds me of when I was a child +1, when I was still in the countryside, I played every day, fishing, catching frogs, catching loaches. Now there are no villages, only farmhouses. I want to eat maltose candy, big roll, fruit pith peel, Arctic popsicle, the foodie in front, wait for me. My favorite radio was thrown away by my mother, 5555, have you seen the comic strip? I want to say, what a lousy song, the singing is so bad, and there are people supporting it. What a big joke. Is this the level of the hot list? Brushed, right? It's too old, what campus folk song, it's ridiculous. Hee hee, suddenly, in the large and warm barrage, there was a dazzling ridicule. And the number is getting more and more. Note, The Bright Times of Youth, lyrics/composer, Zhao Lei. Chapter 61. If there are fans, there will naturally be haters. Since Lu Chen started live broadcasting in Whale TV, his popularity has been rising steadily, and his fish fans have been increasing. The momentum of his rise is extremely strong, and it is inevitable that he has attracted some haters. Haters were everywhere. Whether it was in games, forums, QQ groups, or live broadcast rooms, there were always a few active figures. They spared no effort to spit out venom, created rumors, and stirred up trouble without distinguishing right from wrong, and provoked fierce battles. Whoever was popular, they would be eliminated. The composition of haters is very complicated. Some are extremely bored, some are naturally jealous, and some are from competitors. Lu Chen's live broadcasting room has encountered haters several times, but because the three moderators, including Li Bai, have good control, they haven't caused much trouble. But this time, the situation is completely different. He has just finished playing and singing The Bright Times of Youth. In the warm and beautiful atmosphere of everyone reminiscing about the past, countless black bullet screens suddenly appeared, which seems very abnormal. Trash anchor, get out of whale TV. This song is too ugly. It's an insult to my ears. Hee hee, compared to our Chinger baby, it's simply a scum. Pure Brother is 3 streets away from the anchor. Everyone, go and support him. If you want to talk about guitar playing and singing, you have to look at Boss Sun. This person is not even worthy of helping Boss Sun. Let's go, this live broadcasting room is so boring. I'm going to see Miss Rain. When the black bullet screen first appeared, Lu Jiejun's fish fans didn't immediately react. After all, it was normal for hundreds of thousands of online viewers to have some objections, and no one took it seriously. Moreover, there are moderators in the live broadcasting room, and the haters can be cleared out with a click of the mouse. But when 10, 100, and thousands of black bullet screens appeared, anyone could see the problem. Lu Feida has been attacked. Many fans were furious. It felt like when they were tasting a cup of warm milk tea, they suddenly found a few green flies floating in the cup, and they were immediately disgusted. In anger, they immediately launched a counterattack. Where did these haters come from? Get out of here. Kill the whole family of haters. What Chinger baby, doesn't she only know how to show off? How dare she compare with our Lu Feida? Get out. Get out. Get lost. Scram. What is the housekeeper doing? Why don't you kick these haters out and block their accounts and IPs? When a person is famous, there will be many disputes. Some people are jealous of Lu Feida. These people are too disgusting. In fact, the 3 room managers had already taken action to clear the names and kick people out of the room. However, there were too many black pieces, and they couldn't deal with them in time, so they didn't have much of an effect. Li Bai quickly sent a private message to Lu Chen. Be careful, someone is targeting us. Don't fall into their trap. The haters in the live broadcast platform were best at sowing discord. They deliberately pretended to be fans of a certain host and went to another live broadcast room to slander them, provoking a war between the fans of both sides. Although this kind of method was very low level, because most of the fans were young and not rational enough, they were aroused with just a few words. Regardless of the consequences, they would fight it out first. In the end, both sides suffered losses. Li Bai had played live broadcast for a long time, so he was very familiar with the tricks involved. Moreover, this time he was betting with others. Although there was an agreement to limit the reward, it didn't say that he couldn't play other tricks. He had even guessed the existence of several real culprits behind the scenes. But at this time, Li Bai couldn't explain too much to Lu Chen, because it was easy to affect the other party's emotions and affect the effect of the live broadcast. Moreover, if Lu Chen lost his mind in anger, he would really fall into a trap. Li Bai's scruples were reasonable, but he also underestimated Lu Chen. Lu Chen had never eaten pork, but he had seen pigs run away. He didn't need Li Bai's reminder to be alert. He immediately said to the microphone, "Please calm down, everyone. Don't be led by the haters, and please don't go to other anchors' rooms to quarrel, because that is what the haters want." Lu Chen put down the guitar and showed a relaxed and confident smile on his face. Don't quarrel and curse, because this is what the haters are best at. They are used to using their shamelessness to pull others to the same level as them, and then use their rich experience of shamelessness to defeat their opponents. We are not on the same level as them, we should look down at them from above. At this time, we just need to smile. Just like me, a contemptuous smile. His smile was contemptuous, but it didn't make people feel disgusted at all. Instead, they felt that it was very interesting. Ha ha ha, Lu Feida is right. Contemptuous of the haters. Please look at my contemptuous smile. High-level skill, Lu Fei's contempt, damage plus 1000, psychic impact plus 9, haters plus 500% damage. They are used to using their shamelessness. Ha, Lu Feida said it so well. Wise words, I'm going to take these words away, don't fight with me. Trying to lead the way? That's an insult to our intelligence. Support the host. The direction of the bullet screen was instantly reversed by Lu Chen. A large number of mocking bullet screen directly crushed the haters' words into pieces. A few rich fans even tipped aircraft carriers, boosting their morale. Compared to the 600,000 online viewers and the tens of thousands of Lu Jiejun members, a mere few hundred to 1,000 haters could only be arrogant for a few seconds. Regardless of whether they wanted to lead the way or stir up trouble, they were destined to fail. Lu Chen's counterattack method was not limited to just that. What was he best at? Singing. Then he would use his singing to fight back against those with ulterior motives. Tonight, I'm very happy and happy. Because of your support, I've achieved an unimaginable miracle. I've appeared on the homepage's trending list, ranked 11th. But I want to say, this is not enough, because we have unparalleled courage, because we have unparalleled passion, because we are united in love. So, let us come together and fly higher. As soon as he finished speaking, Lu Chen quickly reached out to readjust the camera and microphone, then stood up with his guitar in his arms. Because this song had to be sung while standing up. Life is like a big river. Sometimes tranquil, sometimes crazy. Reality is like a shackle, tying me up, unable to break free. The beginning of the song was low and depressed because of the setbacks and pressure. But the depression was short-lived. The greater the pressure, the stronger the rebound. The melody quickly became high-spirited and intense. This enigmatic life is as sharp as a knife, injuring me again and again. I know the kind of happiness I want, it was high up in the sky. I want to fly higher, fly higher. Dance like the wind, break free from the embrace. I want to fly higher, wings swirling up a storm, my heart roars, fly higher. At 8:57, Whale TV, Lu Fei Broadcasting Room, online popularity, 647,310. Countless viewers, especially those who are familiar with Lu Chen and have accompanied him all the way, are all stunned. Because what they see now is not the original Lu Chen at all. The Lu Chen who sang Love in the Wind, You Who Sat Next to Me, and Cinderella affectionately. Now Lu Chen is young, hot-blooded, passionate, and has a strong fighting power. His singing is no longer clean and clear, but vigorous and vicissitudes, full of endless power, upward power. This new song, which they have never heard before, has a completely different style from the previous ballads. That is the style of rock and roll. But despite being surprised and shocked, everyone likes it all the same. In particular, many people were angered by the haters just now. Now that they heard this hot-blooded rock and roll work, their hearts were filled with joy, incomparable joy. No need to quarrel, disdain to distinguish, arrogant to cynicism, adhere to the true self. Just like what is sung in the song, I want to fly higher, fly higher. Dance like the wind, break free from the embrace. I want to fly higher, fly higher. Wings swirling up a storm, heart roaring, fly higher. Fly higher, fly higher. In front of countless screens, countless audiences were moved by Lu Chen's singing. Their blood was boiling, and their enthusiasm was completely ignited. They used countless barrage and countless fish balls to accompany Lu Chen, fly higher. Note, Fly Higher, lyrics/composer, Wang Feng. Chapter 62. Many people had seen Lu Chen's live broadcast on Light Blue Music Carnival and heard, In the Spring, and Blue Lotus. They didn't find it strange that Lu Chen could sing such a passionate new song like Fly Higher, because Lu Chen had such strength and talent. But for the hundreds of thousands of viewers in Lu Fei's live broadcast room, it was as if they were witnessing a miracle. In this miracle, Lu Chen's gorgeous transformation. He no longer gently sang and narrated affectionately. He no longer brought everyone back to the school days that were worth remembering. Instead, he shouted and roared to his heart's content, unscrupulously expressing his desire and confidence to fly to the top. I want to fly higher, fly higher. Dance like the wind, break free from the embrace. This kind of Lu Chen, this kind of song, made everyone feel excited, moved, and even deeply trembled. The haters that once filled the live broadcast room were like snow that was illuminated by the blazing sun, silently disappearing. They tragically and pitifully became the negative background of the birth of a good song. They were bound to be mentioned for a very, very long time, and become the object of ridicule and satire. System notification: Big Brother Whale, Gold 6, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: Shanghai Tall Rich Handsome, Silver 3, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: I Love Baby Girl, Gold Eye, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: Call Me Li Bai, Silver 7, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. System notification: Abyss Dragon Rider, Gold 7, gifted the host 1 aircraft carrier. Before the song finished, the live broadcast room was already filled with the aircraft carriers gifted by the local tycoons, one after another, in an endless stream. Fly higher, Lu Chen let out a long breath. The joy in his heart couldn't be described in words. He looked at the repeated gift notifications on the screen, and his face once again revealed a smile, a happy smile. After calming down his excited mood, Lu Chen sat back in his seat and adjusted the microphone and camera. This song, Fly Higher, was originally not in Lu Chen's graduation season repertoire. It was added temporarily because of the appearance of the haters, so there was no matching music video. But the effect was so good that it far surpassed the previous ballads. Thank you, Big Brother. Thank you, Li Bai. Thank you, Mr. Perfect. According to international practice, Lu Chen began to thank the local tycoon. Halfway through the PK live show, the total number of fish balls in Lu Fei's live room has reached an astonishing 100+. In addition to loyal fans such as Li Bai and Big Brother, there are also a lot of new tycoon fans. Of course, he had to win over these rich fans. He couldn't let them feel like they were being ignored after tipping them. As for the other fans, they could only thank them together. While thanking his fans, Lu Chen was also adjusting his mood and thinking about the next step of the live broadcast. Therefore, he could not help but be a little distracted as he read the list of rewards displayed by the system. Thank you, I Love My Baby Girl. Thank you, Abyss Dragon Riders. Thank you, Big Breasts Tang Shan. Thank you, Chinger Baby, huh? This ID feels a bit familiar. Before Lu Chen could react, his live broadcast room had exploded. What the hell, Chinger Baby? Ha ha ha, the first beautiful anchor of Whale TV is here to check the room. What the F***CK, is it true? I'm a fan of Lu Feida, and I'm also a fan of Beauty Qing. It's great to see the two in the same room. Wife, come and see the goddess. Our General Lu's fame is getting bigger and bigger. Even Chinger Baby has come. What day is it today? Countless barrage was brushed in an instant, making it difficult for Lu Chen not to notice it. He was stunned. Chinger Baby is the first female anchor of Whale TV. She has only joined Whale TV for a year, but she has become the most popular anchor in the live show, with more than 2 million fans. Chinger Baby also has the nickname Beauty Qing in Whale TV. Her fan group Mermaid Knights has as many as a dozen top QQ groups. There is no problem for her to beat Lu Jiejun. And in tonight's PK theme show, she has always firmly occupied the first place on the hot list of the whole station. Lu Chen didn't expect that the first beautiful anchor would actually come to check his room. The so-called ward round was when a streamer went to another streamer's live broadcast room to interact. It was basically in the nature of support or friendship. It was a normal exchange between streamers. During Lu Chen's live broadcast at Whale TV, many anchors came to ask for fans, but those are basically small anchors without much popularity. A big anchor like Chinger Baby running over during the PK live broadcast really made him a little speechless. Moreover, she had even gifted him an aircraft carrier. Fortunately, Lu Chen's psychological quality is strong. He reacted in an instant and continued to read the list of thanks. System prompt: Anchor Chinger Baby has sent you a friendship request. Do you agree? Lu Chen thought about it and clicked agree. The other party obviously came with good intentions, and he noticed that his online popularity was increasing wildly. An anchor's ward check, especially a popular anchor's ward check, often brings a lot of popularity, so many anchors are happy to go around in order to exchange for a return visit from the other party to increase their popularity. There is no doubt about Chinger Baby's popularity. In just half a minute, the online popularity of Lu Fei's live broadcast room has risen from 650,000 plus to 900,000 plus. It is not a dream to break through 1 million. The next moment, the screen of the live broadcast room was automatically divided into left and right sides. The left screen was still Lu Chen's own, and the right screen showed a 20-year-old beauty in a dress, Chinger Baby. Lu Fei de, hello. Chinger Baby waved at the camera generously and greeted Lu Chen politely. Among the 24 live broadcasters who participated in the PK live show in the evening, Chinger Baby was the calmest. She didn't care much about the final result. Winning the PK championship was nothing more than icing on the cake for her. Previously, when Chinger Baby was singing live, many haters ran to her live room to make trouble, saying that she only sold her face and coquettishness. In terms of talent and singing level, she was not worthy of carrying shoes for Lu Fei. For this kind of haters, Chinger Baby has seen too many of them. It is impossible for her to be taken away, and she will not take their words to heart. She will be killed without mercy. However, she also became a little interested in Lu Fei. Just now, when she saw a red tip floating by, she clicked on it. Well, the goddess is so capricious. She left millions of online fans and went to someone else's live broadcast room. Then, after listening to Lu Chen's half of Fly Higher, she willfully rewarded an aircraft carrier. As a result, the entire Whale TV was stirred up, and countless fans ran in to watch the fun. It's really rare for a beautiful woman to reward someone while checking the room. Those haters knew that their provocation not only did not affect Lu Chen, but also brought him the support of a popular anchor. It is estimated that they will spit out 3 mouthfuls of blood on the spot. Your song is very good. Since the 2 live broadcast rooms have been successfully socialized, the pictures and sounds of both sides will appear simultaneously. It is equivalent to 2 people live broadcasting together. Lu Chen smiled and said, "Thank you, you are also very beautiful." The dialogue between the two immediately set off a huge wave in the live broadcast room, and countless fans heckled. A talented man and a beautiful woman, a match made in heaven. Together. 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 Lu Fei de, you sing a song for the beautiful woman. Yes, yes, sing a song, a love song. Sing a love song +1. Sing a love song +2. Sing a love song +3. A large number of barrages were brushed out, all asking Lu Chen to sing for Chinger Baby. The crowd's voice was extremely high. Chinger Baby smiled and said, "Thank you for your support, I am looking forward to it." As she spoke, she deliberately blinked her eyes. Her beautiful eyes were sparkling, containing an indescribable charm. Whale TV's #1 female anchor is indeed worthy of her reputation. Lu Chen secretly praised and said, "Since everyone is so enthusiastic, I will be embarrassed if I don't sing." After a pause, he continued, "The following song will be given to Chinger Baby, which everyone likes. It is also an original folk song by myself. Its name is Beauty. Chapter 63. Beauty, so beautiful that people love you. I don't know where you come from, you exist for us, I ask you not to leave. Beauty, so beautiful that people love you, it was Meng who sent you, you exist for us, don't hurt my heart. The cheerful and enthusiastic prelude, full of exotic style, mixed with the atmosphere of Latin, West Asian nomads, and Bohemia, made all the people who heard this song for the first time feel their ears stand up. It was like tasting a glass of sweet wine, and the wonderful taste bloomed on the tongue. The unique melody, coupled with simple and straightforward lyrics, had a kind of charming charm. Lu Chen held the guitar and sang the song Beauty with a very relaxed manner and movements. He was like a bard in Azeroth, sending a love song to Kellyanne in the bar of the Skyline Hotel in Shotrath. This new song also fully revealed his profound attainments in playing the guitar. The combination and use of various complex fingering techniques appropriately displayed the style of the string rhythm, which was breathtaking. Beauty, the world changes too fast, is your beauty still there, we'd better not linger, we'd better not wait foolishly. Beauty, the world changes too fast, is your beauty still there, we'd better grasp the present, ask you if you understand. In the video of the live broadcast, Chinger Baby held her cheek with her hand, and her beautiful big eyes did not blink. She listened to the song that she had never heard before very seriously. Her pretty face showed a happy and moved look, just like Kellyanne who was kissed, but with a little more embarrassment and shyness. Lu Chen sang very happily. This song was not originally in his song list. Like Fly Higher, it was temporarily taken out by him to fit the occasion. It was perfect to tease this beautiful woman. After the song Beauty was finished, a lot of barrage and fish balls were brushed on the screen again. It's so good. Beauty, so beautiful that people love you, I ask you not to leave. Lyrics, why are there no lyrics? I want to learn to sing it to my girlfriend. It's very bohemian style, the anchor is so talented. I feel that other people's methods of picking up girls in the past were too low. They should all learn from Lu Fei Da. Together. 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 I like this song, more than Love in the Wind and Cinderella. Like +1, Chinger Baby clapped her hands and said with a smile, it's really nice. Thank you, Lu Fei Da. I hope I can hear such a good song again next time. Chinger is going back. Goodbye. To be the first female anchor of Whale TV, Chinger Baby is not just beautiful and can sing. She is a very smart girl who is good at seizing opportunities and acting appropriately. Although the interaction with Lu Chen was just a spur of the moment, it was undoubtedly very important to maintain and increase her popularity by creating some appropriate hot topics. However, she shrewdly controlled the pace and did not linger in Lu Chen's live broadcast room. Otherwise, the fans of the Mermaid Knights would be dissatisfied. Now was the right time to return. She wanted to make those flower protectors who threw money occasionally feel jealous, but not too jealous. The sense of propriety was not something that ordinary people could accurately grasp. Chinger Baby undoubtedly did an excellent job. Goodbye. Lu Chen put down his guitar and waved at the other party. Perhaps because they were all in the same industry, Lu Chen guessed the thoughts of Chinger Baby. But there was nothing bad about it, because everyone got what they wanted. As for playing and singing Beauty and making this beauty fall in love with him, that was just thinking too much. So when Chinger Baby returned to her live broadcast room and dozens of reward prompts were synchronized on the screen, Lu Chen just smiled faintly. Lu Chen's attention is no longer on the other party, because his popularity has just ushered in a new explosive growth. 916, Whale TV, Lu Fei Live Broadcast Room, Online Popularity, 1036210. This is the first time that Lu Chen's popularity has exceeded the 1 million mark since he started his live broadcast. Although he borrowed the east wind of Chinger Baby, it is undoubtedly a celebratory event for Lu Fei's live broadcast room. It must be known that 1 million popularity means that he has reached the level of a real first-line anchor, and he is not far from the top level. It has been less than a month since Lu Chen started broadcasting Whale TV. It is undoubtedly a miracle that he has broken through 1 million popularity so quickly. His follower count also soared, and the increase was so great that it was astounding, 723,625. 1 minute ago, the homepage's site-wide hot list was updated for the 5th time since the start of the PK live show. Lu Chen climbed from 11th place to 5th place, jumping 6 places in one breath. Of course, Lu Jiejun's fans did not ignore such huge progress and sent congratulatory messages one after another. Congratulations to the anchor for breaking through 1 million popularity. We are ranked 5th on the hot list. Long live Lu Feida, long live Lu Jiejun. Take the top 5, hit the top 3, we are the champion. Everyone hurry up, those who have fish balls send fish balls, those who don't have fish balls send a barrage, the more the better. Top 5 is definitely no problem, I'm so happy. The people of Beijing send a congratulatory message. The people of Chang'an send a congratulatory message. The people of whose city send a congratulatory message. The people of Hong Kong send a congratulatory message. The people of Xiangnan, the live broadcast room was in full swing, and Lu Chen was of course very happy. Even if his popularity fell below 1 million with the departure of Qinger Baby, there were still countless viewers who stayed and continued to watch his live broadcast. This is already a huge victory. Thank you very much for your support. Then the following song is dedicated to our desk mates when we were students. You at the same table, I hope everyone likes it. After the ups and downs of the previous storm, Lu Chen's graduation season PK theme show is back on track. He sent his 7th song, You at the Same Table. This work is undoubtedly a model of campus folk songs. Although Lu Chen has sung it many times in the live broadcast, there are still many people who have not heard it. Whether it is people who have heard it or people who have heard it for the first time, they are all impressed by Lu Chen's talent. Love in the Wind, The Brother Who Slept on My Upper Bunk, Cinderella, The Bright Times of Youth, Fly Higher, Beauty, and now, You at the Same Table, all of which are Lu Chen's original works. If he adds a few more songs, he can make a complete album, and the most admirable thing is that, except for Fly Higher, the style, melody and lyrics of these songs are quite unified and coordinated, perfectly matching the theme of graduation season, showing a deep creative foundation. In Whale TV, there are many anchors who can play and sing. Some play very professionally, some sing very well, some are original, and some are more handsome than Lu Chen, but to be able to create so many excellent works, play and sing very well, and look handsome, there is really no one else. Even in the current entertainment industry, Lu Chen is also a first-class or even top talent. He just hasn't become famous yet. Among the nearly 1 million viewers in the live broadcast room, there are many people who understand music. They got to know Lu Chen here, heard his songs, and fell in love with his songs. Naturally, they became loyal fans. Just like the waves washing the sand, gold will always shine brightly. When Lu Chen finished singing You at the Same Table and dedicated the last song of the night, Blue Lotus, the senior executives of Whale TV, who had been paying attention to the PK live show, couldn't sit still. Deep Sea City, High-Tech Park, B3 Building, 15th floor, Whale Technology Company Headquarters Conference Room. The wall facing south was filled with high-definition screens. All the screens were displaying images of different live broadcast rooms. There were exactly 24 of them. A huge projection screen hung on the east wall, showing the video of Lu Fei's live broadcast room. Nothing can stop your yearning for freedom, your unconstrained life, your heart has no worries. Through the gloomy years, I once felt hesitant. Lu Chen's singing, through the high-fidelity sound arranged at the scene, was clearly transmitted to the ears of the company's senior executives, such as the general manager, deputy general manager, live broadcast director, and department manager, who were sitting in front of the conference table. They either looked at each other or whispered. Note, beauty, lyrics/composer, Gao Feng. Chapter 64. What do you think of this new anchor? Fang Xiaohui dropped the pen in his hand, and the shaft of the pen rolled half a meter away along the smooth table. The projection on the wall was fixed at the moment when Lu Chen put down the guitar after singing Blue Lotus. His eyes swept across the faces of all the company executives present, and the meaning was difficult to understand. Tonight's PK-themed show is the biggest promotional activity of Whale TV in half a year. It was also set up by Fang Xiaohui, the general manager, with a total investment of more than 5 million yuan. Although the project and funds are not large, as a famous young general in the industry, Fang Xiaohui hopes to use this event to enhance the popularity and morale of Whale TV, as a cushion before the revival of the past glory. So in the evening, all the executives gathered in the conference room to pay attention to the progress of the PK-themed show. The performances of 24 anchors are about to end, and there will be someone who stands out. A senior executive hesitated for a moment and said, "This anchor, whose real name is Lu Chen, should be the biggest highlight. I think we should give him a better contract." In front of them, there is a detailed information about the participating anchors. Lu Chen is actually an ordinary signing plus 50,000 signing fee, which is obviously not in line with his current popularity. Fang Xiaohui nodded expressionlessly. Another high-ranking official said, "His songs are very good." "Are they really original?" Immediately, the manager of the brokerage department explained, "They are really original." "I didn't believe it at first," the 30-year-old white-collar woman praised Lu Chen. "We have checked in the Greater China Music Library. All the song copyrights are under his name. He is a very talented young man. I also think that we should give him a contract and promote him to a larger market." After Fang Xiaohui took charge of Whale TV, he intended to spread the platform's anchor resources to a larger field and set up a corresponding entertainment company. The main responsibility of the brokerage department is to find out new stars worth cultivating. The big entertainment industry is the real big cake, and of course, the competition is the most fierce. Whale TV does not have the intention to fight with people immediately, but to make reasonable use of its own resources and earn more and greater benefits is undoubtedly the company's strategic goal in the future. Their biggest competitor, Starlight Show, was already doing the same thing, and it was doing very well. A smile appeared on Fang Xiaohui's face. The brokerage manager keenly noticed the change in his expression and continued, "We can customize projects for him, buy all his creative copyrights, produce an album of works, and package him as a gifted idol." "Manager Wang, please wait," she talked endlessly about her plan. Just as she was beaming with joy and excitement, a voice suddenly came from the side and abruptly interrupted her. Manager Wang was as unhappy as she could be, but the one who interrupted her was Wu Hongming, the head of the operations department, so she could only suppress her displeasure and force a smile. "Manager Wu, what do you think?" Wu Hongming was one of the founders of Whale TV and a senior figure in whale technology. Although Manager Wang was Fang Xiaohui's confidant, she could not ignore Wu Hongming's opinion. Wu Hongming asked in a deep voice, "How much are you going to pay for his creative copyrights?" Manager Wang was stunned. She didn't expect Wu Hongming to ask this question. She thought about it and replied, "My idea is to follow the example of an artist's contract and sign a 5-year contract. I will give him an annual salary of 300,000 yuan plus a 10% bonus. The contract must include all creative copyrights." In the view of the brokerage manager, this contract is undoubtedly very generous. For a young man like Lu Chen, wouldn't he be happy to get the opportunity to promote and package him into the entertainment industry? I don't know how many newcomers are eager to embark on the road to becoming a star. An annual salary of 300,000 plus a 10% bonus, she felt that it was a little too generous. Wu Hongming didn't comment. He pointed to the projection screen and said, "The song Lu Chen just sang is called Blue Lotus. As far as I know, he has sold the copyright of this song to Light Rain Media Company in Beijing. The price is 200,000. Impossible." Manager Wang was the first to shout. She stared and said, "This is the price of a top famous artist." Among the executives present, there were people who knew the market and were also very surprised. Really? 200,000 yuan for a song is definitely a high price among famous artists. Without being verified by the market, a newcomer can sell his work for 200,000 yuan. It sounds like a fantasy novel. Wu Hongming said lightly, nothing is impossible. I have already inquired about it from my friends in the Beijing circle. Many people know about this. There have been agencies that wanted to sign him, but he refused. So I suggest that we give up the copyright requirements. Don't expect to sign an ordinary artist contract with him. Let's talk about it according to the top anchor contract. Manager Wang was not convinced. Manager Wu, how can you be sure that he won't sign it? Wu Hongming sighed and said, then you can talk to Lu Chen. This young man is actually very assertive and thoughtful. I don't think it's possible to move him unless we give him a top artist contract. Wu Hongming's understanding of Lu Chen comes mostly from his niece, Wu Shanshan. The latter has a very close relationship with Lu Chen and usually maintains a very high level of attention. As the head of the operations department, it is impossible for him to ignore the new anchor who is rapidly becoming popular on Whale TV. And Lu Chen's live broadcast on the PK theme show tonight has deepened his inherent impression. Top artist contract? The executives all looked at each other. How is that possible? Manager Wang couldn't help but want to refute again. Fang Xiaohui asked first, then let Manager Wang talk to him about the artist contract first. If he can't talk about the new contract, how about it? Wu Hongming replied calmly, I have no objection, but don't forget that we have a lot of competitors. Fang Xiaohui's breath suddenly stagnated. In the past 2 years, Whale TV had been badly poached by others, especially Starry Live. They had poached their members to the point where Whale TV had suffered greatly. There were also many new broadcasting platforms eyeing them covetously to take advantage of them. The PK theme show can certainly enhance the popularity of the website, but it will also attract covetous eyes. A newcomer like Lu Chen, who only signed an ordinary contract, is simply the best target for poaching. If Whale TV is still hesitant at this time, maybe they will lose a new star. Fang Xiaohui didn't take Lu Chen very seriously. He just wanted to set up a model for his own project. Now that he heard Wu Hongming's words, he finally got serious. Then when the event is over, talk to him about the new contract. The general manager hesitated and said, Manager Wu, you talk to him about the new anchor contract. At the critical moment, he still chose Wu Hongming. The vision and character of this old minister are trustworthy. Wu Hongming nodded and said, I will take people to the capital tomorrow morning and talk to him face to face. The executives present were all surprised. They never thought that Wu Hongming would attach so much importance to Lu Chen. The last time Wu Hongming personally met with an anchor to talk about the contract was last year. At that time, he signed the current #1 female anchor of Whale TV, Chinger Baby. And he went so far away from the capital. A senior official couldn't help but say, then he should have been given a better contract. A better contract has a longer time limit and a higher binding force. But for this kind of low-level hindsight, Wu Hongming simply despised it. This contract of 50,000 signing fee was almost beaten back by the finance department. Whale TV has a lot of venture capital, and the finance department has great authority in fund management. The other party was suddenly speechless. Old Wang, the manager of the finance department, twitched his face and decided to be a dead dog. Wu Hongming slapped him in the face and asked, how much authority did the company give me to negotiate this time? If it's less than 500,000 signing fee, then don't talk about it. Whoever wants to talk can go. He glanced at the manager of the brokerage department, intentionally or unintentionally. The eloquent young woman didn't say anything. If Wu Hongming had said at the beginning that he would give Lu Chen at least 500,000 signing fee, it was estimated that no one would have agreed. Now that she understands the situation and knows that Lu Chen sold a song for 200,000 yuan, the 500,000 signing fee is really nothing. She even regrets in her heart. If she could sign Lu Chen with an ordinary artist contract, her brokerage department would have a trump card. A real trump card. You're tuning in to the Journey of the Soul YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.